Why is it so hard to live in Florida? Well, apparently this guy, TikTok handle, Dirty Mustache Barbers, pretty much sums it up. Let me check it out.
Dirty Mustache Barbers.
Yeah.
What part of Florida was he in?
I don't know. He's in Florida, though.
Okay, we'll see.
All right. Right, like I'm having my guy check him.
We'll see.
Yeah, why you sound like you a dog, yo? What part of Florida you in?
Yeah.
Oh, you what, the competition? This guy.
We'll see what he about.
So I have to put this message out. You know, I'm from New York. Came down here with the American dream.
New York.
We killed ourselves working. We sold everything we had.
That's what's up.
We wanted to go to a better neighborhood.
Okay.
You know, me and my wife moved to a gated community, a beautiful house with a pool in the back.
Sounds good.
You know, with the facilities, with the gym and like an Olympic site.
That's true. Back in the day, people used to do that, right? Snowbirds would come down here. You know, people get old and they would retire Florida. That was all it used to be, retire Florida. Even Seinfeld. Hey, everyone, remember in the Seinfeld show, everyone would retire, go to Florida because that was the place to be. Like taxes were, I mean, it was like cheaper to live, and you would leave the north to go to Florida.
Yeah, people go to Miami.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's funny. I remember hearing that all the time. Florida, even for Disney or whatever for the kids, but it was always like you retire, you go to Florida.
It's definitely changing.
Yeah, yeah.
Pool and it was beautiful with the security, and we moved here 6 years ago, and it was perfect. It was everything we wanted. And I try to convince my kids and my friends, move down here, this is the place.
Okay.
You know, the car insurance is cheaper, this is cheaper, the houses are cheaper, but the income, you know, things in life change. What I need to know from my friend, you know, need to tell my friends and my family and people who are on the site, don't move to Florida.
Why is that, my man?
Don't move to Florida because if you're a teacher in New York City, you know, making $65,000, $70,000, you're gonna make 35, 40 here.
That's correct.
If you
47
work,
now.
you know, whatever you work at, you're making $25 an hour. It's gonna be 15. The average salary for what you do is going to go down at least $20,000. You know, there is no minimum wage like there is over here. The guy at McDonald's in New York can rent a room. Him and his wife working minimum wage have the opportunity to rent a studio or one bedroom. They can. But if you work minimum wage down here, and let's just say, you know, I work at McDonald's, she works in Burger King, you can't get anything. The problem with Florida is that the dramatic change that's happened. Right now, you know, dozens of insurance companies have moved out. Right now, we got kicked off our insurance. Our home insurance kicked us off. So we had to go to Citizens and pay more insurance now. It went up. Picture this. You got us, you know, a set salary and budget for your house at, you know, everything in the house is going to come out to $2,000, and you have $1,000 left over for contingencies, you know, to get clothes and go out to eat dinner and save up at the end of the year for vacation. You can forget about it. They just went up $485 in my house, in one of my houses. Okay, $485 in one of my houses is older, and $300 in another in my main house that's brand new. So now I got a $785 difference.
So you got two houses though,
okay?
huh?
$785 more a month.
But you got two houses.
Nobody in New York is paying $700.
But you got two houses.
That is not the point.
Hey, but he got two houses.
He got two houses.
Hey, some people don't even have a house. But he got two houses. I hear what you're saying. I'm with.
But he's a business owner.
But he got two houses though.
Hey, he made some right decisions. Hey, you can't hate the man for him being successful.
I'm not hating.
He got two houses.
But he got two houses.
He got two houses. You can't hate the man for being successful.
He comes to Florida. He got two houses and he complaining.
Listen, you can't hate this guy for being successful, making some right choices.
I'm not hating.
And like I said,
I'm just saying, come to Florida. It's cheaper. I got two houses. Now my insurance don't.
That's what a lot of people did. A lot of the rich came to Florida because of the taxes or whatever. That's what it was.
I got two houses and my insurance don't gone up. Don't come to Florida.
This guy.
You ain't from New York.
Hey, and Dirty Barber, please do not unfriend us or unlike us into following us on TikTok. because of this guy. We love you. I love you. You can hate him. I think he knows a friend that's a barber. That's why he's just.
Bro, you ain't cutting my hair. Talking about some dirty. I don't want nobody with a clippers come out and they dirty. No, that's a no.
This guy.
More a month.
And Reggie don't care because Reggie bald head. He don't care.
In this barbershop,
Hey, I got
dozens of customers, hundreds of customers that come in, and I thought it was just me.
This jerk.
But at least 80% of my customers, their insurance went up from $400 to $700 more a month. Now, could you imagine if your bills came out to $400, $700 more a month?
Yeah.
More?
Yeah.
That's your just in case money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On top of that, the insurances are going to be going up with the cars. So there goes your Florida got cheaper car insurance. That's gone.
Yep.
The food is more expensive here in Florida.
It is.
It is. Just to work and have the lifestyle you had before, you need 2 jobs. Here's the crazy thing I just noticed. That it takes 2 jobs to get by, and most Floridians have 2 jobs, where some people I know in New York only have 1. There is no rent control.
Yep.
So if you're paying $1,000 a month in New York, and they went up in New York $50, I paid $1,000 last year, this year $50, next year $50. That's not the case in Florida. In Florida, I have a friend that lives in Wesley Chapel. She started with the $1,400 rent 5 years ago. She's paying $2,200 for rent. So there's no rent control. Your rent could go up $300 next year, $500. The landlord has the power to raise your rent to whatever he wants.
That's crazy.
There's no rent control. So you could imagine a senior citizen making $2,000 a month, paying $1,000 rent, $500 for food, and car insurance. So I got $300 left over for himself. They raised the rent so high that 70% of all senior citizens couldn't be homeless or have to move back, with their kids, or they got to move out of the state. So I say at least 50% of the senior citizens are trying to leave. On top of the labor force left. So now the truck drivers that used to come down here to pick up strawberries, oranges, fruits, because I have truck drivers in my barbershop, they're telling me there's no work down here. There's no deliveries down here to pick up because no one's working the fields. So insurance went up $400 to $700.
Well, they're not working the fields because of that DeSantis thing. That's what I think, yeah. With non-housing immigrants or whatever, so yeah.
No rent control. Nobody's working the fields. And here's the beautiful part. The insurance is going to go up another 40% next year.
Wow.
So do the math. What's 40% of 485? 485 I'm paying for one of my houses. 40% more is at least $300.
One of your houses.
For one house, and another $200 for the next year. I'm going to pay another $500 for the same house. There goes my extra money.
Wow.
So I would love, all my friends and my family to move down. I love them. I miss them. But between all the stuff that's happening in Florida, no rent control, car insurance is going to go up, all the insurance companies going up. And here's the worst part. You need to put a new roof on your house within 3 months or the insurance is going to go. We're not going to give you insurance for your house. Okay, 3 months, you call a roofing company, but because everything that's going on, there's 6 months to a year delay for you to get your roof done. What happens after a few months when you don't get the roof done? The insurance company is going to cancel you, and according to the mortgage, you have to have insurance on your house, so they could take your house.
Wow.
So how many people's houses are going to be taken? How you like buying a house in Florida and you can't get insurance for it? You can't get a loan. You can't get a loan on it. Now, here's the thing. You live in Florida and you have a house and you want to sell it. Who's going to buy a house that you can't get insurance on? So now the Floridians are facing the fact that we can't even sell our houses. Now the houses that were, my house was $170. Now it's $450. Who's going to buy my house if I want to sell it for $450 if I can't get insurance? They can't sell their houses and they're in threat of losing their houses. I can't even sell my house or my other house. My properties are going to be incredible to sell because people are going to go, wait a minute, if I buy it, I might not even be able to get insurance for it. So why would I buy that house? Now we can't sell it. You can't sell your house. You can get your house taken from you because there's no insurance that's going to cover it. There's no rent control. Okay? The insurances are going up. That's going to take out all your contingency money, so you won't have nothing left over. Okay? The food is expensive. And on top of that, you got this guy, as the governor, Black history things, this and this and that. There aren't any teachers. The kids here are at least 2 years back in education. 2 years back, maybe 3. You're not going to get a good education for your kids. So with all that said and done, guys, don't come to Florida because we're in trouble down here. So I have...
Wow. Well said. What are your thoughts on that?
He had like a lot of points there, man. He's right about the food, right about the insurance.
Right.
Yeah, it's looking pretty bad for Florida.
And the rent control, like I said, that's huge. And yeah, the insurance, yeah, like with Kate, that's her industry. The fact that there are a lot of companies left the state, and that had to do also with all the damage that occurred with the hurricanes.
The hurricanes, yeah.
They just all the damages, man. They had claims because cars were just flooded and the trees that fell on the roofs and all that stuff. Even auto has gone up. Like, yeah, it's not just one thing, man. It's scary. But yeah, so I guess don't move to Florida, like Ricardo said, the state that woke goes to die.
Well, who goes to die?
Woke.
Oh, woke.